And that is a point that we would hope that the court would be clear on in its analysis, because we do think that there are things that might come up at criminal sentencing, including conditions of supervised release, that we wouldn't conceive of as punishment at all. So we do think that when the court engages in the statutory construction here, it is paramount to us that Congress labeled this as a penalty or a sanction, and that we think that that really washes away many of amicus's arguments about the non-punitive purposes that restitution might serve, because of course we agree that restitution can serve important compensatory goals, but when Congress has told us expressly that it intends restitution to be punitive, it intends it to be a penalty, that answers the question as a matter of statutory construction.
Just to summarize, what should we say, in your view, in the opinion, to prevent spillover effect that you're concerned about? What are the key components?
So we think there would be two important points for the court to make in the opinion. First is to be clear that it is resolving this as a matter of statutory construction under Step 1, not under Step 2 of the Mendoza-Martinez test, because we do think restitution is the type of penalty that can be implemented as either criminal or civil, and Congress and state legislatures have chosen in some circumstances to implement restitution as a civil penalty. So we think a decision that makes clear that the court is resting on a matter of statutory construction under the MVRA will leave appropriate room for legislatures in future cases to treat restitution as civil. When it comes to statutory interpretation, we think it's important that the court not single out any one particular feature that makes restitution a criminal punishment. Rather, we think it's important both that the text is plain that it is punishment. As I said, it's referred to as a penalty. Elsewhere, it's referred to as a sanction. Elsewhere, the text refers to defendants who are sentenced to restitution or a sentence of restitution. And then, when it comes to the question of whether it's a criminal punishment, it's important to us that all the textual clues here point in the same direction, and that includes that restitution is predicated on a criminal conviction, that it's imposed personally against the criminal defendant, that it occurs at criminal sentencing, that for misdemeanor offenses, it's the only punishment a defendant might receive, that it's the United States that is the adversarial party that can enforce restitution and the obligation to impose restitution in the first instance, and then exercises the primary authority on the back end, and then on top of all that, that restitution is codified within the criminal code.
So if I can paraphrase,